Aggies just about ready for first serve here inside the CVC. And it belongs to Maddie Walk. She serves Whitesides. Tyra Smith. And first point to South Carolina.
First ball side out for South Carolina. Great start for Tyra Smith. Smith had an outstanding match against Florida, picking up right where she left off, being able to swing in her sweet spot, that high angle for the kill.
You mentioned the outstanding match, 13 kills and 8 blocks against the Gators. One of the heroes for South Carolina. Here's McElveen. She served Helmuth. Lednicki, a whistle. And we're gonna replay the point.
And an incorrect whistle there. Kind of a disappointing spot for South Carolina. South Carolina was in business, having forced Lednicki into a tipping situation. So instead, Elizabeth McElveen will retreat, replay the point, and go back for another serve.
Frustrating for Coach Mendoza and company. Sent back over by Ruprecht. Jordan will set up Whitesides. Another whistle. This one will go against the Aggies.
So Lednicki still stuck on the left side in this service reception pattern. She will go to her natural side in later rotations, but Lednicki in the most uncomfortable spot for her, a lefty swinging from the left side pin.
With authority, that's Casapala, the junior from Flower Mound, Texas.
Perfect pass results in a Casapala swing, quality swing by her, banging down the left side.
200th kill of the season. She's third on the team in that category. Hitting 366 coming into today. Helmuth off the tape. And a dump from Jordan.
Jordan had to play the tightrope there on her press over. She barely missed the net while pushing over, but the Aggies did not expect that turn and gun. Really, it was the only thing she could do with that pass.
Whitesides had 2 aces against the Gators. This one off the tape is played by Underwood. Lednicki delivers off the right side.
We're going to see a lot of that from the Aggies and Lednicki. She absolutely has a cannon, and with that lefty arm swing, South Carolina will have to adjust early to approaching the lefty swing rather than the traditional righty swing that most players bring out on the floor.
Elena Johnson, it's sent back. Whitesides from the back row, off the hands of the block. This is Lednicki. The dig from Whitesides. And Lednicki finishes the point.
Lednicki in proper position to handle the overpass from her big swing. As soon as that ball got on the plane, she pushes it down out of the range of Ellie Ruprecht.
So 2 kills already for Lednicki. We're tied at 3. Underwood. Short serve played by Johnson. Whitesides fires away from the back row.
Good location on the big set from Sarah Jordan. Tough set to make when that ball is coming in shallow like it was. Whitesides has been a threat from the back row all season. No surprise to see the Bic there.
Perkins, straight down.
And for Perkins, that's a quality gap set. Talking with coach for the Aggies, he said that that was an important addition to the Perkins swing, was to allow for that gap set to spread the block of South Carolina.
She's hitting a team high 404. You can see why, Paul.
Well, and that one very efficient and perfectly located on the set by Walk to allow for a great swing by Perkins.
South Carolina leads 5-4. And their setter behind the line, Sarah Jordan, junior from Leesburg, Virginia. 16 aces on the season. And that hit an Aggie.
Wow.
So it's a point to South Carolina.
Big mistake by Lednicki. Lednicki was trying to run toward the sideline, but her momentum caught up with her, and she couldn't get out of the way in time. That ball just got her on the back.
Going line, but unable to get the point was Helmuth. But check that, that was Humphrey.
Good swing by Humphrey. She had the right decision to go down the line, but there was a very high precision swing she had to make. Missed it just wide of the sideline.
Humphrey, this transfer from Rutgers. A service error. Going to point to Texas A&M. It's the first service error for the Gamecocks. Each team now with one.
And Ellie Stinson will come in and serve in place of Humphrey. Love this running float from Stinson.
She serves Johnson. Abianati. It's out of play. And we may have a challenge here, Paul.
Yeah, the challenge is whether or not the ball was in or out. We had a good vantage point and got to listen to Coach Mendoza. And the question from the R2 was, do you want to challenge whether there was a touch or not? Well, no, it was whether or not the ball was in or out. Highlight players are being noted. We got a quick call from our R2. The call is the overturn. Give that point to South Carolina. Our two highlighted players, South Carolina's Whitesides and Logan Lednicki, leading both squads early on offensively, 2 kills apiece.
A big challenge win for Coach Mendoza. Gamecocks lead 8-5. Helmuth makes it 8-6.
Good swing by Helmuth going on cut around the block of Abianati. That's a smart move by her. She recognizes that's the only space she can swing. She gets it down for the point.
Morgan Perkins, junior middle, serves Harris. Abianati off of Lednicki and out of play. Another kill for Abianati. Her second.
Anati went high on the fingertips. Looks like Casapala on the touch, and then that evaded Lednicki's hands as soon as Casapala made the deflection.
Harris, short serve into the net.
That was a missed contact from Victoria Harris. You could tell as soon as she contacted that ball was going to fall shallow. Tough miss for her, so give it back to the Aggies.
Walk, serves Johnson. Tyra Smith, she's blocked. Casapala, who's first in the SEC with 135 blocks coming into today, Paul, picks up another one.
And that's a matchup we're going to see all day. Casapala against the angle swing of Tyra Smith. Tyra's best swing is an angle, but Casapala will be the one blocking her for 2 of those rotations.
Sent back on Whiteside, she'll get another opportunity. Denied again.
And there's the block from league leader in Casapala. Fantastic work by her, getting block points on 2 in a row.
Yeah, this time she combines with Lednicki. Whitesides. Another block for Casapala, serving herself defensively.
And when South Carolina has to go angle, they're going up against the Casapala block. That is absolutely not where they want to go. They'll have to make an adjustment, probably start on the high hands efforts. Right now, the hard balls are being stopped by Casapala.
She has 3 blocks already. A&M leads by 2. Timeout, South Carolina. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take immediate timeout as well. Early in set 1, A&M leads South Carolina, 11-9. Some of what's at stake this afternoon. A&M looking to extend a 3-match winning streak. Gamecocks looking for their 3rd win over an RPI top 25 team. Just picked up one on Wednesday against Florida.
They did. So important for South Carolina. And then for Texas A&M, they want to continue to improve their RPI number. They came into this last weekend 22. So clearly where that flux is will tell them where they're shipped off to in the first round. And Coach Jamie Morrison actually mentioned that he believes that their team deserves conversation to be a host. They need to get some help from some other squads to do so, but I appreciate his thoughts in trying to woo the committee to possibly host the first and second rounds of the tournament.
Especially if you take into consideration, Paul, how they've been playing of late. So they've really hit their stride these last 3 matches. Ability to pass has been great lately. Certainly seen their ability to block in this one. Whitesides comes in on it and picks up the kill.
We were talking out of the break what needs to be done against such a fantastic blocking squad of Texas A&M. Got to go fingertips high because you're not going to get around that super smart placed block of Texas A&M.
The third kill for Riley Whitesides. Jumper off the tape. Humphrey tips it into the block.
Allie Rupert with the assist block there to get in on the action with Sarah Jordan. Great stop there to tie things up at 12 apiece.
A service error for the Gamecocks. And takes a 13-12 lead, and they'll have their libero behind the line, and Ava Underwood, junior from Fulshear, Texas, has 14 aces on the season. Free ball opportunity for the Gamecocks. Johnson off the hands of the block.
Miscommunication in the backcourt. Logan Lednicki probably was the one that needed to chase down this ball that went off the fingertips, but everybody looking at each other. Eventually that ball goes down for the point. Fortunate spot for South Carolina.
And one correction I want to make, Paul. Tatum Thomas was the second libero, and she was the one who served that last point for the Aggies. Underwood is now back in.
That's right. This year with a 2 libero system, as long as they're not on the floor at the same time. Now the NCAA has allowed for that opportunity. Texas A&M taking advantage with 2 liberos dressed today. South Carolina only dressing 1.
Elena Johnson gets the kill off the touch. Second kill for Elena Johnson.
Working the line against the tough block of Perkins, who was in the middle. So getting the tool down the line, good work there. Working against Watt to get the point.
She had 14 kills in the win against Florida. Jordan serves Underwood. Lednicki from the back row. Found an opening between Whitesides and Harris.
And the reason that space was there is that the block of Elena Johnson and Abianati was together, so that's the area that they were not going to defend. Lednicki snuck it in the seam of that block. No defender in sight.
Stinson serves Whitesides. Elena Johnson off the block. It's tracked down by Lednicki. This one's tracked down by Victoria Harris. Free ball coming for the Aggies to use. They'll go to Perkins. Harris saves the day for South Carolina. Whitesides. Perkins finishes the point, longest rally, and it goes to A&M.
Great answer in transition from the Aggies, continuing that rally. So going into the middle with Perkins. Great choice by Perkins to bang around the solo block.
Coach Morrison in our call, Paul, said that she's turned it on this year from an offensive standpoint. Was one of the tops in the conference in hitting percentage. Tyra Smith off of Perkins. Helmet fires one past Victoria Harris.
Great tempo from Walk, and it's the decoy from Perkins that holds on to that block, allowing for Helmuth to go against one blocker. Love that set by Walk, and then the finish by Helmuth.
Third kill for Emily Helmuth. Tyra picks up the point for South Carolina.
Smart tip by Smith. Smith had been pounding away at the high angle. So with the defense back a little bit, the off speed from Tyra Smith, smart play by her.
Johnson served Helmuth. It's tracked down by Lednicki. Free ball opportunity for the Gamecocks. Tyra Smith. First a whistle, and it looks like Helmuth was in the net.
Oh, and smiles from Ava Underwood. She made the dig on the line stroke from Tyra Smith, but the net negates the play. Good dig by Underwood, but even bigger swing by Tyra Smith on that one.
Gamecocks are within 1. Now the Aggies back up by 2. Service error for South Carolina.
Elena Johnson targeting that left back ball. Had a successful serve 1 moment ago, but then that one sails wide.
Perkins has 17 aces this season. This one's a service error.
Gamecocks within 1. They've been down by as many as 3 just a moment ago. So a quality serve here from Victoria Harris could tie things up.
Try to go on a run behind the serving of the freshman libero Harris. She serves Stinson. Ruprecht's block is out of play.
Good block by Ruprecht. That ball sailed just wide of the sideline. Even on the Aggie side, they were holding their breath, waiting to see where that ball would fall. Just wide, give that point back to Texas A&M.
Overpass coming, and it's put down. That's Casapala.
The pass for South Carolina has struggled a bit here earlier on today. Passes not on the mark. No service aces for A&M, but a lot of serve pressure.
As you say that, Paul.
And there is the service pressure, service ace against Elena Johnson. That'll prompt a timeout from Coach Mendoza. I know he's not too pleased, not only with the service reception, but the recovery after the overpass kill from Casapala 1 point ago. And for Coach Morrison, though, he is all smiles here. Right now, his serve has caused havoc against the South Carolina pass.
Aggies lead by 4 here in set 1. Their setter, Maddie Walk, junior from Katy, Texas, behind the service line. She's a transfer from LSU. Serves Johnson. Whitesides. Oh, it's kept alive. That was Stinson and then Walk. Ruprecht finishes the point for South Carolina.
Great recovery on the free ball going into the middle, and Ruprecht has seen more and more attacks throughout this season. Really, in addition to her blocking that's been great ever since she set foot in Columbia, her offense this year has really taken off, not only in front of the setter, but we'll see that slide a little bit later today.
She tied a season-high 7 kills against the Gators. That's long from Helmuth. Back-to-back points for South Carolina. They're within 2.
Important answers there from South Carolina, and now a lethal server in that of Elizabeth McElveen.
22 aces in the season for McElveen. 3rd on the team in that category. Serves Helmuth. Pass is tight, a one-handed set. And a kill for the Aggies.
Casapala does what every middle blocker is supposed to do on a tight set, on a tight pass. Go up with your setter, because it may be the only set that can be made. Walk with one hand, delivers to Casapala. Good swing by Casapala into the corner.
Harrison serve receives, tracked down by Jordan. Whitesides, a dig from Underwood. But a free ball coming for the Gamecocks. They'll go to Ruprecht on the slide.
Great choice to go back to Ruprecht. Love the save by Ava Underwood. The collapse pass keeps the rally alive, but then the slide cutting and straight down is Ruprecht.
Carolina within 2. Now A&M is 2 away here in set 1.
Aggressive serve from Riley Whitesides, targeting the back side, the back line. Not too thrilled with that one. It was a good serve, just sailed a little bit long.
Short serve from Underwood, played by Ruprecht. It's pushed out to Johnson. Lednicki. Deflected off of the Gamecock and out of play. Set point for Texas A&M.
Morgan Perkins took that one on the noggin on the attack. She's laughing it off, but you could see her stumble just a little bit as that play continued after her attempted block.
Then Ruprecht on serve receive. Whitesides from the back row. Dig hit the rafters. It's back over on South Carolina's side. Johnson keeps the Gamecocks alive here in set 1.
Good answer from Johnson. I love the set from Jordan. going tempo there. If they go high, no doubt Perkins will be available to put that block on. Instead, enough speed on that set to allow Johnson with a seam and the swing.
Now can they go on a run behind the serving of Sydney Floyd? Serves Helmuth. Lednicki. McElveen is there. Johnson off the hands of the block. Lednicki once again. McElveen digs line. Whitesides. She's blocked. Morgan Perkins finishes the set for Texas A&M. The Aggies take it 25-21.
Great stop by Perkins to seal the deal. South Carolina with a push late, but not enough. Texas A&M's block too much. They lead 1-0. Her angles, not just going crossbody. She's dropped her thumb on one of those kills as well. Fenna Casapala looking fantastic for the Aggies in set number 1.
She's the current SEC Defensive Player of the Week as well. Second time she's won that award this season. She was Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week back in September on the 16th. Aggies are 11-2 and taking the first set this season.
Most teams are going to have a significant advantage when they have won set number 1. And for the Aggies, that's no shock there. Only 2 defeats after winning set number 1. Not only do I like that stat here for Texas A&M, Texas A&M looked good doing it. Dave, you hit on the big number. You hit 478 from an efficiency standpoint in set number 1. You're Coach Morrison, you can't ask for much better than that in set number 1. It has a lot to do with the passing, getting a glance at libero Underwood there. Underwood made some nice digs in that first match or first set to keep things going for her squad. Only 2 digs, but some good coverage work by her. Serve reception was pretty solid as well.
And the Aggies were able to spread it around. Casapala had 5 kills, Lednicki had 4, Helmuth had 3, Perkins had 2. So everyone up front getting involved for Texas A&M.
Super clean offensive effort, and Maddie Walk with 11 assists, running the offense with great efficiency.
Service error for the Gamecocks. That's their 7th.
Not unfamiliar with living with service errors is South Carolina. They had 30 service errors in their victory over Florida on Wednesday. So their game plan, serve aggressive, prevent Texas A&M from being in system and limit their offense.
Worked against the Gators so far, not working against the Aggies. There's Casapala once again.
Casapala, after that block, she turned and whistled to her team in the huddle. She knows that was an excellent stop against the swing.
It's her 4th block. Leads the SEC in total blocks, 2nd in blocks per set. Walk sets up Lednicki, and she cuts one in.
Good balance and adjustment from Lednicki. Lednicki had to drop her shoulder big time just to get a quality swing on. That set just a little bit further outside of her lefty swing. She still handles it, gets the cut and the point.
Her 5th kill. 3-0 lead for the Aggies. Whitesides. Take from Walk. Here's Lednicki. Played by Harris. Whitesides with a tip. Humphrey was there.
Yep, that'll be an illegal back row attack. Absolutely not even truly towing the line. Her whole foot was on the line. Was Helmuth. Helmuth just trying to catch up to it. I understand that she was trying to go make a play on it, but maybe a little too aggressively so with that low set.
The Gamecocks are on the board here in set 2. Trailing 3-1. Underwood on serve receive. Lednicki.
Lednicki's ball sent just out of bounds. Some Aggies looking for a net touch call, but it was the ball that clipped the tape, forcing the net to move.
And an ace for South Carolina. And Victoria Harris, she picks up her 17th of the season.
Harris with great variety on her serve. She tried a short serve for her first serve attempt of the day, now going low and flat out of the range of Underwood.
Much better pass from Underwood. And results in a point for Texas A&M.
Ruprecht in position, but not quite tight enough to stop the swing of Casapala. Casapala will then rotate out after a great start to this set. A kill and a block to her credit here in set 2.
Ruprecht with a tip. Saved by Underwood. Lednicki through the hands of Harris. Rock goes back to Lednicki with the right hand. She's denied by Whitesides.
A couple of great saves by Taylor Humphrey to continue the rally, but in the end, Whitesides in position. She then has to drop her right hand and left hand back into the angle swing to get the stop.
First block for Whitesides, with side at 4. McElveen, good low hard serve. Lednicki, tough angle, she's blocked once again. Riley Whitesides gets the best of Lednicki.
All of that has to start with the pass, putting pressure on Underwood, resulted in Walk just having to throw one up. That ball a little bit tight. Lednicki went right into the block.
A good serve. Dig from Harris. Doing it defensively and offensively, Paul.
Whitesides with a couple of blocks, consecutive points, now airing it out into the high angle. Good save from Harris there to allow for Jordan to kick it out. Powerful swing, overwhelming the backcourt and Emily Helmuth.
Perkins off the hands of the block. Whitesides tips it over Lednicki and Perkins. Now Lednicki pushes it into the block. And her attack is wide. Well, it's been fun to watch your two players to watch, Paul. Lednicki and Whitesides go at it here in these last series of points.
Good swing from Lednicki. She just sends it out of bounds. Lednicki been stopped on the last couple of points. Timeout from Texas A&M. We'll take it with them. South Carolina trying to even things up here in the second.
South Carolina fans love their Gamecocks. They lead 7-4 here in set 2. They trail the match 1-0. They trail the set, Paul, 3-0. They come storming back on a 7-1 run.
Absolutely good service, pressure, also some quality swings. Not only Riley Whitesides on the swing, but a couple of blocks. Whitesides, along with Ruprecht, getting in on a couple of stops. South Carolina also solved the gap set for the first time. Perkins found success with that set in set number 1. In set 2, South Carolina with a stop on that ball.
Ruprecht on the slide. That's it. And miscommunication there between the Aggies.
And that's a hard one to communicate on. With that ball high up in the sky, with the blockers not quite knowing where to go. A little bit of, yes, miscommunication, but also a tough place to play that second touch.
Jumper from Whitesides just misses the back line. It's a service error.
Similar to the first service error she had, also targeting that back line with that booming, spinning serve from the back court.
Team leader in aces, Ellie Stinson. There's Harris. Johnson. It's long.
I like that choice to go to Johnson with the inside set, more of a 32. We have not seen that ball from Elena Johnson today. However, she did get underneath it. That ball sails wide of the court of play.
Whitesides.
Good swing out of the D, and Whitesides, a bit of a decoy from Ellie. Ruprecht held that block, prevented the timing of the block from being as good as it could be. Whitesides then jams it through for the point.
Gamecocks lead by 2. Floyd. Elena Johnson. That one overwhelmed Lednicki.
That's the right choice. Going up against the lower block of walk, target the line attack, which has improved for Elena Johnson throughout this season. She had command of it there, overwhelming Lednicki for the point.
4th kill for Elena Johnson. Perkins has been terrific for A&M.
Love that open shoulder thumb drop from Perkins. Perkins really had to maneuver in the air. She does so successfully, finding the open space around the block of Abiyanati.
She had 6 kills in the last match against LSU. She's up to 4 so far today. A service error from Perkins gives the Gamecocks an 11-8 lead.
3 rotations with 3 attackers now for South Carolina as Tyra Smith comes to the front row to join Elena Johnson and Abiyanati.
Sarah Jordan behind the service line. She serves Underwood. The tip is sent back by Smith. Opportunity here for the Gamecocks. They'll go to Tyra Smith. One-on-one block for Emily Helmuth.
Missed opportunity for Smith. I think Smith got caught a little off guard looking up at the attack. She had plenty of angle, which is her normal favorite swing. There, though, going into the teeth of the Helmuth block.
6'3" Helmuth against the 6'3" Smith. A good matchup. Johnson. Casapala's block is out of play. Point to South Carolina.
And with that ball tight, all Elena Johnson could do was bang away, banging as hard as she could. She gets the tool. South Carolina continues with this 3-point advantage.
Stinson on serve receive. Helmuth tracks it down. Opportunity for the Gamecocks. Whitesides, the dig from Underwood. It's excellent. Lednicki. Now Tyra Smith. She's blocked. Logan Lednicki.
Smith is not recognizing where the block is. She's instead just taking 3 swings. For Smith, as she continues to develop, she needs to recognize where that block is. There was seam and line available, but instead the block and the finish from Lednicki.
Second on the team in blocks, 85 coming into today. Abiyanati, she splits the Aggie block.
Anati on the gap set. Like that location from Jordan. I think if you're Anati, you'd like that set a little higher, but Anati still finds a way to get it through. Excellent work by her. Very creative swing.
13-10 lead for South Carolina. Victoria Harris. Jordan with the dig on Casapala. Another opportunity. And the Aggies middle delivers.
I like that choice to go right back to Casapala. There was nothing wrong with her first swing, just a good dig from Jordan. So she goes for it again. Similar location, though, this time just a little left of Sarah Jordan. Good swing by her.
Set a little low for Rupert. Lednicki goes line.
This is where you start to see Lednicki's skill come into play. She recognizes that she has just a little bit of line. Yes, she elevated over that block, but the precision on that line shot was excellent by Lednicki.
Tyra Smith looking for the corner. It's out of play. Tied at 13.
Good serve by Underwood, forcing only pin sets on that one from Sarah Jordan and company.
Harris runs up to play it. Rupert is blocked. That was Perkins.
Just got to give great credit to the block of Perkins. I think Sarah Jordan was trying to force the middle, trying to keep the attention away from Whitesides, but instead the block very disciplined. They stayed in on Rupert to get the stop.
Riley Whitesides puts an end to the run.
Good shoot set out to Whitesides to prevent the block from being in position. We get a glance at that SEC #1 opponent hit percentage. That's so impressive if you consider just how great the offense has been all season in that of the SEC.
8 blocks today. Perkins. Out of play.
And for Perkins just elevates and makes great choices on her swings. She had gotten the thumb down swing to go several times in this matchup. However, this time the ball sails just wide.
It's just her first attack error of the afternoon.
Pretty casual there. She'll fix her hair and go again. I wouldn't be surprised to see Perkins get set again here on service reception.
Good call, Paul. Perkins tools the block. We're tied at 15.
No reason to go away from Perkins. Perkins had found success throughout this ball game, so one error is not going to deter Walk and company from going back to her. Great choice there on the first ball side out.
She's been efficient her whole career. 2022 with Oklahoma, .416 hitting percentage, .362 last year, up over .400 this season. Humphrey, the tape. Harris saves it for South Carolina. And Whitesides finishes the point.
Great diving save from Victoria Harris. Oh, great view from our production crew, allowing for that ball to be in play. Then Whitesides, 80% swing down the line. Great choice by her. Great way to convert on the dig from Harris.
Harris has been an unsung hero all season for the Gamecocks. What she's done as a freshman.
She certainly has, and she has improved throughout the season. She was already very good, in my opinion, to start the year, but she continues to make better reads. Her saving digs are more playable than they were earlier in the season. Certainly one of the most improved players for South Carolina.
18 big digs in the win against Florida on Wednesday. Helmuth. We'll get the kill off the touch.
No fear putting fingertips on the second ball set is Underwood, locating into a perfect swing from Helmuth.
Elena Johnson. Diving save from Underwood. But a free ball opportunity for the Gamecocks. Rubrick on the slide, she's blocked. Now it's Johnson. It's out of play. And Texas A&M takes an 18-16 lead.
Underwood with a great save during that rally just to keep things going. A&M eventually converts. A little surprised at a non-swing from Lednicki. However, it did result in the missed attempt from South Carolina. Rubrick has done it all in her career for the Gamecocks.
This is her 132nd career match. Coming into today, 585 kills, 517 blocks in her career. So a 500 player. What a career it's been for Ellie Rubrick.
Most certainly has.
Johnson.
And speaking of Ellie Rubrick, there it is her decoy on the attempt. The slide holds just enough responsibility from Perkins to have to drop the hands a little lower than she would have liked. Elena Johnson then has the chance to swing into the power alley.
Overpass coming. But it looks like we're going to have a Gamecock in the net, one they'd like to have back.
Yep, Elena Johnson missed an opportunity there. She got a little bit ambitious trying to attack that overpass, but then her forearm did end up in the net. That one, a pretty clear call, clearly no challenge there, just a missed opportunity. So instead of being tied up, 2-point advantage for A&M.
Clipped it on the follow through. Oh, pancake from Stinson. McEveen's dig is out of play, and the Aggies are first to 20 here in set 2.
Great save from Stinson as she lays out, gets the pancake. And that pancake caromed high enough to allow for a delivery and an eventual swing.
Jordan tried to steal a point. Instead, it's sent back by Casapala, and she gets the point for the Aggies as we take another look.
Not a whole lot of opportunity there for Sarah Jordan. I think she needs to recognize that two of the best blockers in the league are facing off against her while she is in the front row. So a setter dunk needs to be much more precise. The fractions that kept rallies going can sometimes be more valuable than just a stuff block or a block that goes down for a point.
She's a member of the U.S. Collegiate National Team. Of course, Coach Morrison has plenty of U.S. coaching experience as well. 21-17 lead for Texas A&M. This is Brooke Jeffrey. She serves Whitesides. Riley gets the return set and the kill from the back row.
So that's a tough transition for Whitesides. Whitesides has to pass, then get in position to run that back row attack. Runs it very nicely into the left back corner. Good answer by South Carolina out of the timeout.
Team high 8 kills for Riley Whitesides. A service error from South Carolina.
Good choice by Sarah Jordan to go back into that right back corner. Underwood was going to watch it go regardless, but the ball sails out of bounds. Another error leads to a Texas A&M point.
Anadi gets the kill in front of the back line.
Haven't seen enough good passing from South Carolina to utilize their middles too often. So important there to get Anadi involved. For Anadi, only her 6th attempt of the ball game.
Underwood tracks that down. Opportunity here for the Gamecocks. Jordan goes back to Anadi. Casapala with the rejection. Tipped by Smith. Lednicki. She went line. Gets the kill off of Jordan.
I've been very impressed with Lednicki when she's stuck on the left side in service reception. She has good command over that swing. They're getting the line shot to go. Texas A&M looking good here with only 2 points to go for the second set win.
Helmuth serves Harris. Riley Whitesides. Underwood got under it. It bounced off the rafter and out of play.
I like that positioning from Underwood. But in the South Carolina gym here in the CBC, some of the lowest rafters in play, I don't think Underwood was accustomed to that ball being rejected by the rafters out of the field of play.
Casapala, and it's set point for A&M.
Missed opportunity on the block, that ball trickling on the South Carolina side of the ball. Underwood with a low pass, still properly locating the ball on the attack to Casapala.
Wrapped up, Underwood will try to close out the set here. Ruprecht on serve receive. Whitesides keeps the Gamecocks alive.
Good side out from Whitesides. The only problem now, South Carolina's going to need 3 more points to ward off a Texas A&M set victory. McElveen on serve is an aggressive server, somebody that can pull off that 3-point run.
Good serve. Humphrey off the hands of the block. Whitesides is denied. But we're going to have an Aggie in the net. I think that was called on Perkins, Paul. Her shoulder.
So the net touch and the motion from our R2 is that on the way down into the shoulder, shoulder into the net, Andy Martin, our R2, is the one that made that call. So we're going to get a challenge from Coach Morrison, challenging that there was no net touch.
So it would be on Perkins, number 21. And she celebrated the block with
by Lednicki and Perkins, but then the question is whether or not there was a net before that ball hit the floor for the final point. As it stands, South Carolina survives. They would need 2 more points, but the challenge from Coach Morrison saying no net.
So here's the look from Hawkeye. Check out the right shoulder of Perkins. Well, it's confirmed.
And a quick review at that. So keep the ball on the side of South Carolina. South Carolina with another chance to keep things going here against the net touch of Perkins.
Lednicki puts it away for the final point of set 2. A&M takes the set 25-22, Paul.
Lednicki makes no mistake with that one. There's no net touch, no nothing. Great pushback from Walk. All Whitesides could do was put her hands up and hope that the line was not perfectly hit. Great swing, though, by Lednicki. For Lednicki, her 9th kill of the ball game and a 2-0 victory. Texas A&M cruising here on the last day of November. They lead 2-0. Really does with that 36 number. That has them into the tournament more than likely, and that North Carolina victory so important to the resume to go along with 2 victories now over Florida when you include the Wednesday victory in 5 sets.
And the first point of set 3 goes to Casapala and the Aggies.
More of the same for the Aggies. They are in system. They got the chance to use their middle. Casapala now with 8 kills on 10 attempts, no errors, hitting a blazing 800 for the day.
Jordan kept it on side. Helmuth will get the kill off the touch.
Good transition ball by the Aggies. Here, Coach Mendoza asks, hey, did you touch it? An affirmative there, so no challenge. A&M with a good start here in set number 3.
The service error puts South Carolina on the board.
Good serving, though, all around by Walk on the day. Walk does have a service ace to her credit. Been really impressed with how she has distributed the offense throughout this ball game.
Lednicki went line, but it was wide.
That ball attacked out of bounds from Lednicki. I still like that delivery. An open space swing for Lednicki. She misses that line shot. Give the point to South Carolina.
Johnson had 2 aces against the Gators. Serve Stinson. Lednicki, that's played by Harris. Casapala, Jordan's dig will stay playable, no. Good hustle from Tyra Smith.
Yeah, Tyra Smith on the run, but that was gonna be a tough one to return. The offense for the Aggies just continues to come. Love working Casapala into this offense in transition.
The 9th kill. Riley Whitesides, she's denied, but Smith was alert. Another opportunity. Humphrey uses the block and gets the kill for A&M.
Humphrey's first kill of the ball game. This one, though, a smart one. All she could really do was tip on that set that was on the inside, but I like that choice from Humphrey, not to bang away, but instead to go crafty to score the point.
Humphrey, a transfer from Rutgers, 498 kills in 2 seasons there. Anadi with the response for the Gamecocks.
Good things happen when the pass is on. That has been the challenge for South Carolina. Their pass has been off the mark throughout this matchup. There, when the pass is on, it does offer the option of Abiyanati on the swing.
Harris serves Underwood. Lednicki, it's sent back. Another opportunity. Past Harrison down. 5-3 lead for A&M.
Lednicki is fearless going for the line. She's missed a couple today, but she's also nailed a couple. It's a very difficult swing for anybody to attack that line, but she does so successfully for the point.
10 kills now for Lednicki. Double digits once again. The tip from Ruprecht. Humphrey saves it. Whitesides. That was saved by Walk. Lednicki. 11 kills, Paul.
All of that off of the save of Walk, allowing for Underwood to deliver to none other than Lednicki. She bangs it into the angle. Lednicki starting to get hot. She had a cool start to this ball game, but now absolutely blazing. 11 kills, leads all attackers on the day.
Whitesides fires one off of Underwood. Ruprecht finishes it for South Carolina.
Underwood took that one off of her body in position, so Ruprecht then goes with the crossbody swing. Like that choice to go to Ruprecht, catching the block off guard from the Aggies.
5 kills now for Ellie Ruprecht. Block sets up Perkins.
Perkins and Casapala have been fantastic on the day. That for Perkins, her 6th kill of the ball game, hitting at a 5.56 clip. Casapala hitting at an 8.18 efficiency. The middles absolutely teeing off today for Texas A&M.
And Coach Morrison mentioned he thought he had maybe the best middles in the country.
Well, and today's 2 middles are certainly making a case for that argument as we get the double contact called. Any ball sent over that is a double is still illegal, even though a double contact is now legal on the second or even first touches.
Another kill for Riley Whitesides. She's got 12.
Good answer in system on the shoot set to Whitesides. The block was there, but Whitesides had nice elevation, taking the ball at the peak of her reach off the set of Sarah Jordan.
Whitesides with over 400 kills in her final season. Service error. That's the 11th for South Carolina.
And for Whitesides, her 5th service error of the ball game. She found success with that top spinning serve against Florida. Only 2 aces, but keyed some key runs with that serve. Today, not quite as effective.
Johnson with a tough angle. It's out of play. Timeout South Carolina as Texas A&M has opened up a 10-5 lead here in set 3. We'll take a break as well. The Aggies looking for the sweep when we come back.
Whiteside's name today so frequently. 12 kills. That entire senior squad, a big reason why they have a shot at an NCAA tournament call tomorrow.
5 that have meant so much to the program. 3 playing a big part today. That point out of the timeout to South Carolina. They're within 4.
Great choice by Helmuth into the deep back corner. The block was not in position to stop that play. She sailed it just wide, though. South Carolina survives the point out of the timeout.
Here's Sydney Floyd.
And that aggressive serve for South Carolina continues to bite them just a little bit, as you see a quick glance in the background of the coaching staff. They understand the risk reward, and what they've asked of their servers is to be aggressive. If they're not aggressive, the middles for the Aggies are going to continue to feast on their offensive opportunities.
Lednicki, the dig is in the rafters. But Thomas was there. And another point to the Aggies as that is finished by Helmuth. We'll take another look.
So Helmuth missed on the power alley shot a moment ago. This time she just shapes it, almost a jumbo shrimp, sand volleyball play of sorts, up and over the defense and rounding back into the court of play.
Found the back corner. Elena Johnson. Helmuth punches it out of play.
We had talked a little bit about, well, what do you need to do against a good block? Well, you go high hands, but that's a very difficult shot to make. If you talk about high hands and fingertips, you're talking about a very small target. Helmuth had the right idea, but only missed by a fraction.
Sarah Jordan, she had 48 assists in the win against Florida on Wednesday.
So walk back on serve. The lefty floater has caused problems for South Carolina throughout the ball game today.
Tyra Smith. That time got the best of Casapala.
And for South Carolina, Tyra Smith has to get hot if they intend to extend this matchup. Smith has been blocked for most of this ball game. That only her 4th kill. Still hitting in the negative is Tyra Smith, but good swing on that one.
Helmuth off of Johnson. 7th kill for Emily Helmuth.
Great swing by her over on the right side. So now the subs come in for the Aggies. Taylor Humphrey in for 3 rotations for the Aggies.
Whitesides. Bouncing around the rafters once again. Aggies stay with it. Free ball opportunity for the Gamecocks. Options for Jordan. Should go to Anati. Underwood's dig is back over. Whitesides roll shot.
Good rolling from Riley Whitesides, but I like that choice from Tyra Smith to pull off and not kill the overpass. That ball was sailing over her head, so she peels off, gets in system. That ball out to Whitesides, very deceptive on that rolling.
A whistle and a Gamecock in the net spoils what would have been a great dig from Victoria Harris.
What a wonderful dig from Victoria Harris. Harris looking around like what happened, but instead the net, of course the net is prompted by such a big swing from Lednicki. I think Riley Whitesides feels as though she has to front her to have any chance of the stop. There she was in the net.
Tyra Smith, dig from Helmuth is back over. Smith once again.
Good answer from Tyra Smith, starting to show her grit here late in the midway in this 3rd set. Back to even is the offensive efficiency for Tyra Smith. Good set of 3 rotations from her.
And she's up to 5 kills now. She has 40 total in the previous 4 matches. No service error for the Gamecocks. They're up to 14.
And more of that stoic look from Coach Mendoza and also the assistant staff saying, well, hey, we expect a few misses, but of course they're trying to grit their teeth. They'd like a few more in if they wish to come back here in set number 3.
Real quick on the slide.
Perfect pass means the middle can get involved. They're getting the tool off of Humphrey. Humphrey in good position, but an even better swing from Ali Ruprecht.
Jumper from the Whitesides. It's an ace. 26th of the season.
And that top spin serve, she had missed a couple in a row to stop opportunities there, though the perfect connection overwhelming the service reception of the Aggies.
Back to back. Timeout, Texas A&M.
Good choice for the timeout, and Coach Morrison, they're going to try to put Whitesides on ice. Whitesides with a couple of good serves has closed this gap and cut this gap in half. South Carolina down by 6 moments ago, now to 3 on the serve of Whitesides.
Back-to-back aces from Whitesides. Paul, what makes her serve so difficult if you're back there passing on serve receive?
It's really the power and the action of the spin. A top spin serve, if it has no power, is really a very easy ball to pass. Whitesides has the power from that service line, but then a little bit of spin action, just getting that ball to cut left or right by just a fraction to allow for that service run here a moment ago.
Let's take a look at some of what Riley Whitesides has done so far this afternoon. She has 13 kills total. Here's 5 of them.
Whiteside's effective out of the backcourt as well as the front row, as we've highlighted all season. This year, her back row attack has really come to the fore in her pre-9
matches. 472 sets, over 1,400 kills, over 900 digs, almost 100 aces. Just incredible numbers from Riley Whitesides.
Fantastic work by Whitesides throughout her career, as we were highlighting seniors just a moment ago. Still like that work from Perkins there. Perkins then shapes that ball to rotate that ball down and at the 10-foot line out of the range of Victoria Harris. And Victorious Harris is coming off the floor, or actually just getting some consultation for just a moment. I think something got in her eye, a fleck or something, trying to make that stop on the Perkins swing.
Whiteside's on serve receive. Rupert on the slide. Great dig from Lednicki. But a hitting error for A&M, and a point to South Carolina. They're within 3.
Helmuth really asking her assistant staff where she should be putting the ball. Right now, South Carolina has begun to solve Helmuth on the attack with some quality digs.
Helmuth, the dig from Whitesides. Elena Johnson. Off of Stinson and out of play.
Good things continue to happen when in system there. The transition ball from Whitesides is dug well enough to allow for the shoot to Elena Johnson.
7 kills for Johnson. How about an ace for Sydney Floyd?
Sydney Floyd has been a serving specialist late in the season. There, that serve very effective on the running jump float.
10th match of the season. The sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California, picks up back-to-back aces.
And that lead that looked so difficult to close, a 6-point advantage for Texas A&M, now erased. Good service run from Whitesides, and now Sydney Floyd to tie things up.
The block is out of play. It was in position against Helmuth.
Oh, the South Carolina fans so hoping for that block to be sealed off. Jordan was in position, but that ball glances just out of bounds. Give that point back to the Aggies.
They lead 18-17. Tatum Thomas serves Johnson. Whitesides in the back row off the tape. It bounces in.
Whitesides with a thankful bounce off the net. As soon as that ball clips the tape, hard, very hard for the defense to predict where that ball will go. Bit of a home net bounce from Whitesides out of the back row.
We're tied at 18. Sarah Jordan getting ready behind the service line. A service error gives the Aggies a 19-18 lead.
So Jordan will try to shake things off there. Tyra Smith over, stuck on the left. She will transition and hit from the right here.
It's Whitesides. Outstanding dig from Stinson. Nadi's block is out of play, and the Aggies are first to 20 in set 3.
Great save by Ellie Stinson to keep that rally alive. Can't say enough about the defensive specialist in that of Stinson. She's made a few key digs throughout this matchup today.
Elena Johnson is denied. Lednicki, Casapala came over as well.
That set falling just a little bit shallow. The result, Elena Johnson could not take a swing at the peak of her reach. She was reaching out at an angle on that attack. They've allowed their middle blockers to get involved to take the pressure off of the star, Logan Lednicki. Lednicki with 12 kills, but Casapala with 9, Perkins with 7. The two middles absolutely looking solid for a Texas A&M squad that they can only take those swings if the passing is on the mark.
As you mentioned, Lednicki leading the way with 12 kills. She was your player to watch, hitting .250. Also has 5 digs and 4 blocks. Good all-around performance so far from Lednicki. Abianati fires one in for the Gamecocks.
Good save from Sarah Jordan on the tight pass. Abianati in perfect position, and that set high at the peak of the Anati reach. Anati goes around Casapala for the point.
Lednicki off the block, just in front of a diving Sarah Jordan, and A&M is 3 away.
Lednicki continues to sizzle. There she was on the left side of the service reception pattern. No problem for her. She has that particular situation handled very, very smartly on the offensive side of the ball.
Quick break in the action as Helmuth ties her shoe. She's ready to serve. It's a service error. That's the 5th for the Aggies.
As you see that overwhelming difference, South Carolina missing 3 times as many as A&M, even with that miss just a moment ago.
They need a run from Harris. Good serve against Underwood. Lednicki. This one playable. Johnson. It's long.
Johnson with the right idea there to take a big swing into the left back, but that ball well wide underneath the swing was Johnson.
So there's Ava Underwood. Played by Ruprick. Wide sides. It's match point for Texas A&M.
Good choice to go to white sides. She made a smart choice on the cut, but that ball just wide. As soon as it clipped the tape, it added an extra 5 feet, sending it out of bounds.
Tyra Smith keeps the Gamecocks alive. She'll be replaced now by Elizabeth McElveen. Match point for A&M. They'll try to do it on serve receive. Almost an ace. Humphrey. And Texas A&M defeats South Carolina 3-0, 25-21, 25-22, 25-21. The Aggies improved to 19-7 overall, 10-6 in the SEC. The Gamecocks will drop to 16-11 overall, 7-9 in the SEC. Paul, your thoughts?
South Carolina